this evening. It's about 11:56, and I have not gone to bed as yet. I'm still up and about because of this situation of what's going on here that I'm under. I am not. I'm not running from this thing. I'm here in my apartment. I pay my bills here. But the thing that I have spoken to y'all about, this thermal camera laser that someone is using around me. Yeah. And so yes, I'm up. And so, therefore, if I have to be up to talk about this, I might even have to get the authorities in on this tonight if they can continue to keep this up. Because this is every night when I lay down, when I'm under attack, somebody is, hey, you cannot point a laser at an airplane. You can't do that. They will find you and they will arrest anyone who's doing that criminal type act. Well, I'm here in my apartment. I'm right here where I live, right where I belong, and this is what I'm getting. The front office. She said, well, if this is happening, you're uncomfortable, but then go ahead on and move. Well, let me tell you something about this here and that there. Someone knows what's going on. I ain't about to run. you know, I'm letting her know what is happening in my apartment. I'm in here. Someone can check me out in here. I don't have cameras in here. I done already got the equipment to check out whether or not I got cameras in my place. So therefore, someone with a thermal camera that can look and see different images. You know, it's just like your firemen when they go into a fire, they can locate where a person is. So now, this is where I'm at in all this thing where I'm here in my place and somebody want a laser taser or sting me on my legs, on my body. And that's unacceptable. I mean, hey, yeah, sure, you can run if you want to run, but in the day's marketplace, people don't have that kind of resources to just get up and take off. You have to make preparation for all those kind of things. And so I'm here. I'm around people that works, and these people that works. I mean, they're very unhappy. They are. I'm gonna say it like this here. The people. I'm the only one in this building that's retired. It's like this is my place. I got somebody on the left side of me. I'm on the right. Then you got somebody upstairs on the left and somebody else on the right. So it's two set of households here in this complex. And so these people work. And these people, they get highly agitated when what's up with them. They bosses cut their time off. They get highly agitated. I mean, like they are not happy. And so they haven't, and the way I see it, they really haven't like experienced things in life that one would experience. You know, I've experienced where, I haven't, I was in a layoff, but I wasn't the one that got laid off. And so these people is high. I mean, I'm at home every day. I work over 20 some years plus. And so I know about going to work and getting up early and so forth and so on. You know what I mean? But these people is like, I don't know. It's the agitation. They mad at me because I'm retired. Yes, I am. I am definitely retired. So here I am doing my own thing in my own place. And so these people are highly agitated. What I'm seeing here, these people are working from home. I ain't never seen such of a thing in this new age. They got you working from home. They have you just working 1 or 2 days a week, or just none at all, and got you coming to the job on the weekend. What kind of stuff is that? You know what? I'm gonna tell you straight up about me. I would slam the door and I'd walk on off and tell them y'all can take this job and shove it. That's real talk. That's real talk. I would like, hey, you know what I mean? And then another thing, they knew certain things was coming up. They knew that things were changing where they are, and they knew they had to wake up one day and face the reality of real life. These some grown people around. I'm around grown folk, and they don't like, and they act like they don't know what's up. You got to face the reality of what's going on in the marketplace. You may walk into your workplace and they tell you everybody. Everybody is hey, give everybody a pink slip or a slip to move around. This is real. This thing is real. Don't take it out on me. I ain't your boss. You see, I ain't give you no job. You know, when you matter of fact, like I see it. When you went there, you were looking for a job, and when you leave, you're gonna be looking for a job. So make up your mind which way you want to rock and roll. You know, don't take it out on me with all this laser tasing and stinging me thing. You know. So anyway, welcome y'all. Welcome to my live chat. No, no. Mm-mm. I on the real, since you gonna mention it like that there. No, I think I was about like I'm gonna give you a good time frame since you written it up so tough like that there. Yeah, I worked 20 plus years, and I kicked it off at 32. Yeah, I kicked it off at 32, and I was there for 22 years. I had worked, matter of fact, it was the healthcare industry. I had worked in other spots in other places. When I was young, I started working at 14. Shoes. I started working at 14. And I was working for the VA administration. Well, you know, I mean, hey, I ain't gonna be calling these places names and so forth and so on. And then that was the other institute that I worked for. You know, I worked there for 3 years. You know, so I got a good work. I got a good work history with Social Security. Okay, just know that. That's real talk. I mean, you know, since you want to be in the knowing, you know, so. Yeah, I worked all those years, and I'm gonna tell you another thing. I don't have no desire to go back to work. No. With the hustle and the bustle, being 71 years old, you got to get up in the morning. I mean, hey, I remember the time that I didn't even sleep. I could at least stay up at least 3 days, and I didn't get no rest. You know, that's being on time. Got to be on time to your gig. You know, you got to be that. Oh yeah, you don't know about write ups and all of this here, and meetings and conversation. You know they go, hey, business is business. You know, you that late. I mean, and you know what? A minute late. If you are a minute late, I mean, if you constantly, continuously to be a minute late on your gig, you gonna be called into a meeting. They want to know, what is going on that you can't make the cut like everybody else. Everybody else is there on time. Why you can't get on time? You know, this is real talk. So now I'm retired. Hey, when it was my time to go, I consulted the one who got me there. I said, Lord, I'm ready to go. He said, well, go ahead and go. I taken the Lord at his word, and I went on with my life. I let him know I'm leaving, I'm gone. But it was one incident where my mom prayed me back. I'm gonna tell you that. I mean, that's one of my videos. Go and check it out. One of my videos. I had put in my resignation, and I was walking. I was gonna walk, baby. I was glad. I was happy. I'm getting out of here under all this pressure. Oh, it's pressure on the gig. It's on. Come on now. I ain't gonna deceive y'all. Deceive myself. Shh, it's hectic. It's hectic. You know. And so I put in my resignation, and so she did not know it. And when I got home, I told my mom, I said, "Hey, mom, I'm leaving, and this and that and that and this." And so the next day, it was like the second day, and I went home because I was getting. You have a certain time once you put in your resignation, you got at least 2 weeks to make a move. And so by that time she was praying. My mom was praying for me. And I got home. She said, baby, I prayed for you, and this and that and that and this, and you need your little gig and this and that and that. And you know what? She touched my heart. That was real talk. Check out my video. She touched my heart. And I thought about it. And I went back the next couple of days back to the office, and I told my supervisor, I said, you know what? I decide to stay. And when I told her that, she didn't do anything but say, you know what, I'm gonna tell you something. She said, well, I'm gonna stop it this time. But next time I won't be able to stop it. I said, fine. I said, will do. I'm going back to my desk. From that moment on, I got 22 in plus. Yeah, and matter of fact, I taken all family and friends to my it was real. Okay, it's cool, real cool. But this here is not. I'm not gonna get heavy and deep into it. But I'm just telling you some on the surface type of conversation. This is surface to me. It's surface. It's nothing deep that I want to convey to somebody. Something real deep. It's not necessary. But our family and friends went with me to my anniversaries. Oh yeah, you have those anniversaries, and you invite your family and your friends and this and that, and my first anniversary, I made the cut. I made hey, ain't no big deal. Somebody need to know the real truth. 5 years I had made my first fight. My older sister, she went with me. She had a good time, and they honor you, and this and that. And hey, let me tell you something. When you make 5 years, you have came a mighty long ways. Hey, trust and believe that. I don't know what nobody else do on their gig and how they respond to what they people do, but that's the way mine's respond. Okay? And then you make your 10th year, and this and that, and then you're 15, and then you're 20, and this and that. So every increments of 5, 10, hey, you make those milestones, and you on the real, you be like rewarded. You know what I mean? So like I don't have like I hear others speak about that was really cruddy. They had a cruddy type of situation, but mine was positive and it was a plus. Like I understood the I understood that when you do something that that it wasn't in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing. Oh, you gonna have a meeting. Oh, you better rest on that note. You gonna have a meeting. Come on now. This is a profession, man. This ain't no half stepping gig. Well, you welcome. I mean, I don't mind sharing because what it is, you got to understand how mechanisms work, how things work, you got, and I don't want to say it like that there, but I want to say it like that. It's politics on the job. You know what I mean? You talk issues and things over the water cooler, and you say, "Hey, girl, did you see that? Do you know about that?" Hey, you already know. I'm talking about I had a professional job, you know, and I did good work. And so when you do milestones, you do certain things to lift your situation up. You get bonuses, you get praises. Hey, I don't know about nobody else. I've heard other people say, uh, they had been on their gig a long time, but it's like, ooh, I am so glad that I am. I've heard other people say, I'm so glad that I'm out of that. Hey, I felt like anytime I wanted to leave, all I had to do was put in and just walk. I mean, I'm not telling anyone to do such a thing because you got to know where you fit in, where you are, and how it's working for you. Thank you, thank you. So you see into that thing. I mean, it ain't no shame in the game because you got to know that you got to be on time. Come on now, all this 1 minute. Look, I got up too early. You hear me? Like most others do. You get up early to be late. That ain't gonna happen, cause once you grow into that thing, they give you a space that you fresh, you new on the thing, and hey, you had to go pick up the baby bottle and take it back to the nursery, the daycare. Things happen, but every day, come on now, that ain't gonna work. Look, you want to work or you don't want to work? Make up your mind, huh? Hey, It's rewards, it's bonuses, it's all this and that, and hey, and the thing. And so, hey, make it worth your while. Make it count. But see, tonight. I came on because where I literally live, I'm under attack. Yes, and it's like it's unseen. With this thermal camera, check it out. Check. Hey, I don't want to get too deep and give nobody no bad. That's right. That's right. And so, but I'm the type of person, I ain't running. I live where I live, but I ain't running. I'm not. I'm not running where I am because there's an unseen weapon that people are using, lasing and tasing people in their place where they live. Come on now. This thing you can't see, but I'm gonna tell you, it exists. Yes, it exists. Yeah. And all I can come up with is I'm retired. I'm over here in a building where people work. This is a working class building. Everybody like it's a what? It's four families. My family, another family, and two other families. We in this building, but these families of the household, they work. Those people work, and I'm retired. See, and so it seemed like to me they getting on me or they jumping on me because I'm retired. I'm retired. And so this way I was placed, the front office will place you over here. But I noticed that, hey, she could have gave me another place. I feel like they knew what was up here. Everybody I ain't running. I get a whole lot of folk involved. Okay, cool, cool. But this is what I'm saying is I'm not, hey, I had to always stand my ground. I am not running because somebody lazing someone in their apartment and tasing somebody. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. I've already made my reports to the HPD. I've already made them reports, and you still look what it is now. They told me people in this building, one family worked 20 years. There another family, not a family, a single dude in this building. Hey, worked 10 years. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna open up a can of worms. I don't see no gal coming to his house. I don't see no family and friends. So I'm trying to figure out what's up. So let me tell you straight up, I brought it to the format. I brought it in. Let y'all figure it out. Let y'all, hey, have say so. What is it? All right, cool. All right. But anyway, no, I'm going to tell somebody. I'm not going to be under this kind of thing and not speak on it because I'm afraid. No, y'all going on with that. It ain't no happiness here. I'm going to tell somebody. Somebody going to pick it up and say, you know what? That stuff happened to me or that crap exists. Come on now. Somebody knows. I'm going to tell you, you do you, I'm going to do me. Okay? Okay? I'm just getting some signals here and giving me some instructions here. But I brought it to the forum because it's not cool. It's not cool for somebody to pressure somebody else because of who they are or whatever. I'm gonna tell you the truth. In this building where I am, I have one nice neighbor. She speaks, but the rest of these folk they don't speak. These people don't speak, and I'm not in the process of making nobody speak. You see me, you pass by me, you say nothing, I say nothing. Hey, I don't know what to tell you. And matter of fact, we don't pass like that. We don't do that in passing. But I'm telling you, I'm the only one in this building. I'm retired. And somebody is using an unseen mechanism that can sting your body. And so, you want to hold this and do it. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if I can see face to face, I'm gonna challenge you right back, straight up. I'm gonna hey, but when you wanna throw a rock, you heard about that. You throw a rock, I'm gonna throw that rock, and I'm gonna hide my hand as if I ain't throw it. Well, see, that's what they doing. They wanna, and so many people got words for that. And I got the same words that they got. I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you like it is. I don't either. I never, and in my life on the real, I never actually been bullied. Nobody ever bullied me because I don't get in that bully type of position. But when I came here, this is a horse of a different color. This is a strange horse. It is real. This thing is real. Hey, look, you know what? It wouldn't do me no good to lie. For what reason? It ain't gonna increase nothing for me. It has harmed me with the stinging and the burning and all that kind of thing. I don't appreciate that none whatsoever. You know, I don't even understand that. I don't even get that. I, I was given some instructions, and I've never done that before. So they need to regroup and try to give me some more insight on the instructions they try to tell me to do. You know, so question and answer, question and answer, huh? So that they need a thank you. I appreciate that. That's true. That's not so. But this is real. This thing is real, and the way I see it, that you got to be careful how you talk about it because they don't want you to say nothing but somebody. And let me tell you something. I would love to go before a judge, baby. I get a judge on my side. They gonna open up the can of worm to find out well what this lady is talking about. Cause I ain't no loony toony. I ain't no lunatic. You know. I just want to get before somebody who got authority and power. And when you do, somebody say, wait a minute, this lady, you know, I'm going to tell you straight up what's up is this. If it's 4 families in this building, everybody need to be investigated. In the front office, they don't want to speak to the issue because I'm going to tell you straight up, they want to keep what they got going on and they drive in they fabulous, fantabulous car. That's what they want to do. Uh-huh. And then they want to oust me like, okay, if you uncomfortable, you unhappy here, you know, like you free to go. But it's more than that. No, I've been challenging this thing for um over 5 years, 4 years, 5 years. You know, I've been going through this, and someone would ask the question, "Hey, how did you make it through that? I mean, really? Come on now." You've been whooped by a laser, pointer, taser. Hey, this is real. This is real. I don't have to lie. I don't even have to lie. I don't have to lie about this. Hmm. And the people, and I'm talking about, hey, challenge me. I'm talking about it. You know, hey, they got, and the front office got nerve enough to tell me they can hear you in your apartment. They can hear me. The only way anybody can hear me in this, they got a recorder, you know, and I'm gonna challenge that. They can hear me. No, you ain't gonna handle me up on me any kind of way. That's what you ain't gonna do. Hmm. And I'm here to talk about them because the front office is gonna tell me about them. Somebody here been working 20 years, that one couple 20, another this dude up over me 10 years, and the strange. This dude is strange. I don't mind talking about it. The dude. Oh yeah. Hey, talk about it. Open up. It's the way to talk about anything. Because these people brought the business to me. I don't even know. These people don't even speak. In this building, these people don't even speak. They don't even speak. You hear me? These folk don't even say good morning, hello, how you. These folk don't speak. So it's got to be something up with that there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Got to be some envious. And when someone do that, you got to know something. Somebody is envious, they jealous, they hatred, hateful. Hey, and me, I don't look. Hey, I tell you what, I was there when Martin Luther King. I was about 12 years old when Martin Luther King was on the high rise of civil rights. I marched in the civil rights. I went to meetings, my people taking me to meetings for civil rights. And guess what? We won. We won Everybody who got civil rights today, and I mean everybody here in America, we helped win their civil rights. Their civil rights. The people that's in this building right now I think is perhaps challenging me. And what I'm also seeing, wow, that is, yeah, I'm telling you. And the thing about it is that when it first occurred, I was telling the front office, and so, and I'm gonna tell you something. If I was the property manager, I'm gonna tell you what I'm running things. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna go and ask somebody, how you feeling? Anything unusual happening? I mean, nobody ain't saying nothing. Ain't nobody saying. Everybody's scared. You can't be scared if somebody is under a unseen attack. This crap is happening. Yeah, that's right. They won't say nothing. Everybody's scared. They scared of their money, but guess what? I figured it out. I'm gonna tell you straight up what's gonna happen. I figured out sometime in life, when things can't be handled upon, nobody don't want to speak to the issue. You never know when this property would change hands with another big wheel. Yeah, this big time. See, when you speak of this big building here, or any big building, and it changes hands, they act like it can't change hands. And when it changes hands, whoever owns it and take over, they can tell everybody to leave. Or give everybody 2 months to leave because they finna up the rent. These folk act like round here, like, because you know what? Every first of the month, when it comes time to take care of their bill, they challenge me. They challenge me with the laser, tasing, stinging, and burning. I'm just telling you the way it is. I ain't afraid to speak my mind, because somebody with great understanding understand this kind of crap goes on. And I ain't afraid. It's another step I can take too. There's another step, But I want somebody who can really get the clear vision of what's happening and say, lady, you know what? You need to do such and such. And I know I already need to do so. And no, not to run, not to leave, but hey, speak to different ones who can, hey, you can make the devil behave. Oh, the devil can mind. You can make him behave, because what you want to do is you want to get people on your side to see what is really happening. Lady, is this really happening to you? What's up? Is this true? Because like they ask me, like, do you want to go to the hospital? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this about them. They know who I'm talking about. They don't want to confront the issue, because the one who holler and squeal is the one that is actually doing it. You heard that when you was a kid. The one who holler the loudest is the one who doing it. So I'm here. I'm speaking to the issue. I'm live. I say, hey, I'm gonna go live, because see what happened a second ago. I was sitting there and I was eating and stuff like that there, and so I felt that sting on my skin and stuff. I said, oh no, this ain't finna happen tonight, because it happened. It happens every night. And they're trying to figure out, am I going to take it? How can I take it? But my prayer is this. There's different ways this thing can be handled. God can come in here and release everybody that's in this. You know what? Let me say it like this here. You know why I speak like that? Because let me tell you, when COVID hit America, hit the world, you mean to tell me that a CEO hen can't pass on to another CEO hen? Hey, you don't know what may take place, and everybody got to go. Let me tell you something. Another thing. I ain't gonna be here no 20 years before I decide I want to make a move. I do. And you're right. I got everything. Baby, I done sent a certified this and a certified and I got a notarized this. Hey, I'm on top of my game. But these clowns, and I can call them clowns, because you keep clowning, thinking I don't know. I'm a little bit smarter than they are. I just want to tell you that, because if they were so smart, they wouldn't be doing criminal type of mischief. That's criminal type of mischief when you gonna attack somebody unseen, unbeknownst to them, whoever it could be, and no one wants to question what's up because everybody afraid their money is on the line, their little car is on the line, their little house on the all that's on the line. I'm retired. I don't go around messing with nobody. So she put me over here but you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. What I didn't know, I really want to understand this here. Let me tell you what I want to. That's right. A silent weapon. A laser, a taser is silent. Yes, it's a silent weapon. It's silent. You feel it. Nobody will see it. Like women take that on their jog and run. And somebody come up and bear hug them. Hey, they go back the hell up. They go back the heck up. And I was with my friend girl. We were walking down the streets and she had her and that dog came and running. She said, shh, shh, and that dog backed the heck up. That dog backed up. You hear me? So this is what I'm under. This is what I'm under. And nobody wants to say nothing because it's not happening to them. Until something happened to them, they wanna scream Mimi. Everybody wanna holler at them. But yeah, I came because hey, if this is the live thing, live show, tell somebody, hey, I'm not gonna be under this thing and ain't gonna say nothing to no one, no documentation, nobody knows what's going on. You can't keep me silent. I already see the inside scoop of their lives. Their very own. I can see in it already. Mm-hmm. This cat upstairs up above me. Hey, I ain't never seen a single man ain't got no woman coming through. What's up? That's right. I'm telling you. It leads me to believe that something is wrong with the mental capacity. I mean, there is some mental challenges. People do work, okay? But the thing about this is you ain't never got a gal over at your house. Yeah, I believe that too. That's why I can speak so freely because I ain't scared of them either. You just tell. Matter of fact, because I can see him. I ain't never spoke to him. But I know, I'm going to tell you something, I know everything about him. Now, because the front office gave me heads up, he worked 10 years. But I do know this, he really afraid if he loses his job. I mean, I ain't beholden to none of this. If I have to move around, I got the ability to move around and I ain't going to miss none of this. Yeah, that might be true too. But the thing about me, I'm not gonna miss any of this because it's hey, and the way I see into this, there is a many of wonderful places, and I'm that it's always do re me involved. It's always do re me involved where you need because out there they charging 16, 22, 23. And some of them places ain't even worth that. But that's what they're charging today. And so you gonna pay it or what you gonna do? Well, I might have to figure it out as I go. But that don't give no one justification of attacking somebody with something unseen, a silent weapon. That's what it is. You got to know. See, but that's the new age weapon. See, that's what you don't really, a lot of folk, and I'm bringing it to the light because it made me aware of it and what's going on. This is going to be the thing of the future. Yeah. They have kind of spoken of some stuff like that on, hearing about it in the media. It is. Sure is. Most definitely. Mm-hmm. So, but still in all, I ain't afraid of none of it. There's a God ahead, and hey, He rules and reigns. He allowed me to move and have my being just the same. But I had some stuff I ain't gonna take. I had some stuff I ain't gonna take. I just I'm gonna let it be known. I'm out I'm out there fighting for their civil rights. They don't even know my conversation. They don't even know. I'm out there fighting for everybody's civil right. I'm 12 years old. I'm fighting for folks' civil rights. And I'm 12. And this is what I get now today. And I'm 71 for to be under attack. Oh, I can talk about it. Yeah. I'm fighting for their civil rights. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I was there. I was there. I went to the meetings. We rallied. Yes, we did. We did the rally. Sure did. We knew what it was all about. We knew. I knew. And then I come along and down the line and I run into some crap like this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the kind of crap I run into. Cool. Thank you. Welcome aboard. Come on aboard. Like, hey, they wanted me to say something. You can say something. You can say something. You need to say something. Yeah, I know when to say something. Sometimes it ain't the right time to say something. Now is the time. So, well, cool. I'm glad you're already here. Come back whenever I'm tuned in. Because let me tell you, I was on earlier today. I was on earlier today, and I wanted to and another. Like they say, be careful on some of your conversation. And really, for real, you want to get deep, you want to go ugly. You gotta kind of pull back and say, you know what, uh, in due time you're gonna talk about some things and stuff like that. There, but it's real. It's real. This thing is real. It's happening. It's real. You know what I mean? Makes you wonder about it. And so here I am. I ain't about no running. I can't run. I'm in for the long haul, and I want to see some things happen because I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing some things that's going on now. These people ain't got no jobs. They working 2 and 3 days a week. What's up with that? Do you not know? Hey, how much you gonna make in 2 or 3 days? And that's gonna be your whole 40 hours. You ain't making enough money. And what I'm seeing, and so you with this happening and going on, people gonna have to really see the light and get a second job. These people ain't got no second. I don't know what they got a second job or not, but you're gonna have to get a second and a third job. If your main job is working you just 2 days a week, you gonna need 2 or 3 jobs. Yeah, to make ends meet. Yeah, you gonna need 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet. The way they doing people today, this is unheard of, but it's happening. And then people want to know what can they do about it. But let me tell you something. Coming to my site, I'll educate you on. Hey, you need to become a CEO of your own company. You need to have a business of your own. Yeah. Hey, let me see what's up here. Yeah. See, you're pretty smart. You know what's up. Hmm. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? If you heard my conversation early this, where's my water? If you heard my conversation early this morning, what it was about, go and visit because I did one early this morning. That was I woke up with low energy this morning. Yeah. Somebody is trying to, and what they're trying to do is destroy you on the cool. You understand what I'm saying? Destroy you on the cool. Yeah, I ain't gonna put my hands on you, but I got an unseen weapon that'll take you out every day. I'm stinging you, I'm tasing you, I'm lazy. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you got to be aware of what's going on. And someone somewhere, just basically around me, is actually doing it. You know? Yeah. Yep. Somebody. But I credit it to being jealous. Here is two people. Now I got a sweet, real sweet neighbor right there. I talk about her because I never spoke to any of them. Only to the one that is really a really nice, sweet individual. She'll speak when she come in from work or she going out of her door. She see you, she gonna speak. But these other clowns, I'm gonna tell you, I call them clowns. So if you don't claim you're a clown, you're a clown. These other clowns see you, they ain't gonna speak. They teaching me how to handle them. They ain't gonna speak. I ain't gonna speak. I don't know what to tell you, huh? They see me, they turn their head, they keep on going. You can't speak to nobody that done turned their head on you. Come on, hey, I can't speak to you to turn your head on me. You looked and then you turned your head. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, I'm not. I'm just checking out attitudes and what's going on. I've been here in this same place about going on. I think this year gonna be about 5 years, and I check them out. I'm gonna tell you about me. 20 years in an apartment. What is going on? What's really going on? And I'm gonna tell you. You know what? I can talk. I can talk. See, this ain't my business. This is somebody else's business. These people over here, 3 cars. How are you getting 3 cars in a apartment? These people got 3 cars. I don't even want 3 cars in no apartment. Okay. And so I said, well, maybe they're going to use it for leverage, get the bank to give them some do re mi. You got leverage with perhaps 3 cars. I don't know if they up to date or not. I'm just simply saying, to have 3. Where is your value? I thought people value homes more than they would a car, because as soon as you take it off the lot, it depreciate. But a car, but a home, your property, your homestead, where you are, it'll always line up with what you ask an asking price when you get ready to sell, and you keep up the dwelling. Yeah, you're right. See how smart you is. That's right. That's it. See what I'm saying? But I see they if this front office, the front office where I be, they gonna tell me that they hear me in my apartment. Well, let them hear me. Hear what I'm saying, because they not smart. They not smart people, because they ain't taking what I say to heart. They so worried about their job that they ain't making that they're gonna get put out. Let me tell you something. Let me give you the rules of the game. I'm gonna give you the rules, because see, they don't want me to, be aware. Don't talk all your business. But I'm telling you rules. The rule of this game is that, okay, you pay your bill, but if it ain't paid by the 8th, you getting a notice to you gotta go. And let me tell you what apartments will do. They will, if you ain't paid your rent that month, see, you can't miss no money in no apartment. That's real talk. Anywhere you go, you can't miss no. Ain't nobody no buddy. Ain't no. That's my friend. She let me go for. No, it ain't no partners here. If you ain't got that in by the 8th, you getting a notice, an eviction notice. That's the way it operates. This business. That's right. That's right. I just read your message. Yeah, that's right. But that's the rule, and I throw it in the category of a game, because that's the way I talk. I don't just give it away. But that's the rule of the game, is that, hey, you pay your bill, it ain't on time. I mean, if you personally talk there to the front office and you say, well, I got this settlement coming and I can make this happen. Well, you better hurry up and make it happen, because on the 8th is eviction. These folks, ain't no love in this thing. Ain't no love. I'm trying to tell you. It ain't no love with just individual, and business is business. Ain't no love in the thing. You can rarely find there's love there. Because the 8th, you getting that eviction notice. And don't go into next month, your stuff gonna get locked in here. That's the way they work. But what I did not know this. I'm gonna tell you what I didn't know, because I've always, and I don't want to talk like this here, but I've always had a mortgage. I'll operate like that. I'll say it like that. I have always had a mortgage. And so something happened until I got in this apartment thing. But but with a mortgage, you have time to handle up on some business. But in an apartment, they don't give you no time. But I don't understand how an individual, and they say you if you got money, and I did not know that because a lot of folk got some money, okay. But I didn't know that if you ain't a family, you're one individual person, you can get a 3 bedroom apartment. I didn't know that. That's true. I have to, I do that too. I have to pay to stay. But I did not know if like I'm a like, hey, someone is a single gal, you want an apartment, 3 bedroom apartment. I mean, you can't show that you ain't got but you know what? You got folks that are lie for one another. Shit. Shoes. You got folks that lie and cut for one another, you know, like but the lady says, see, she already see I already understood it. You give me a little information, I can see into it. She said, well, the dude had two other friends living with him. They ran out on him. They bailed out. And they left him with the single with the 3 bedroom. So he up there, he a single dude, ain't got no gal, nothing, nada, nothing up there going on with him. And he got a 3 bedroom apartment as if he can pay for it. And they ain't said nothing but saying, hey, buddy, we can move you on to make you a little bit comfortable. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. I see. I hear you. And instead of telling him, hey, we got 1 bedroom or 2 bedrooms to make you comfortable, because this is the family section. Because hey, I'm gonna tell you something. You already hip to the game. They will lie for one another as if But she already said he had two buddies living with him, and they bailed out on him. So he went on and he stayed and he paid what everybody else paid. He ain't got that kind of money. I'm telling you. You mean tell me you want to stay in an apartment with extra bedrooms that you paying? You just want somebody? I can't see that. That's something going on. Something going on with that. Something is going on with that. Hmm. I believe there's something that's going on. Anywhere I be, if it's just me, I don't want no 3 bedroom. I want one room. I just want 1 bedroom, one bedroom, two baths, two baths, or even one bath. But I don't want to be somebody with 3 bedrooms. No. Mm-mm. So they bailed out on him, and that's where he is. Hey, I already know. I already know his business. You know what I mean? Because the front office, they be talking about your business. But I give them something to talk about. I just hope they say it rightly. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about it, what they have not done, they have not addressed to nobody in this building. Now, y'all all right, or y'all, because I did some research, and I studied about the arrows and rays that, because see, this is a open type of commercial. This is commercial type of area, and with a commercial type of area, you yeah, yeah, you get it. You get the point. You're right on point. Your thinking pattern. You straight. Your thinking is straight up. And so what it is, this is a commercial area. This big, vast area is commercial. And what that means, that you got your stores, they stay open 24/7, your service stations, you run by, you get your gas, they open all night long. That's your commercial area. And and the lights be on with this the arrows and the rays that do fall and cause people problems. You got your microwave. Everybody got a microwave. Everybody got 3 and 4 TVs running, and they got cell phones and ceiling fan. All of this stuff running that will cause these rays. Because I studied these electric magnetic rays that actually happens it can happen for your hearing. You can begin to have hearing problems. And other problems that these arrows and rays cause an individual. And I want to tell you another thing. In my process of uh, my studying, researching, I found out that that is a prevention, that these rays and these arrows would not land and fall in the individual's place. And they waves. See, waves travel like this here. That's the way waves travel, just like that there. And arrows, you got your towers, your cell towers, and everything. Yeah, yeah, and with that, they can cause hearing problems to your kids, to yourself, and situations like that. But they have a paint, and I think if more people would talk about it, they would try to paint apartments uh, to protect them more as time go on, uh, with these arrows and rays and stuff that comes in on people. They come through the wall. They can come through the wall, and they got paint. Amazon carried the paint. $250, a 5-gallon big can. You can paint your apartment or even your home to stay safe with these rays and arrows. Let me get me some water here. Where's no water? Okay. I'm gonna run right here. I'll be right back. Let me get some water here. All right, I got some water here. And so, thank you for waiting. Appreciate it. Wow, yeah. And they got paint. Yeah, they got paint. See, that's MF. I think the electric magnetic ray wave paint. And you can buy this paint. You can paint your home. You can paint your home, but you won't get that kind of friction with all your TVs and your microwaves and your cell phones. If you got 5 and 6 people in your home, everybody got a cell phone. Everybody using their cell phone. They plug it up. They wire it up. And this paint causes a protection. And you got your towels, your cell towels that, backwards and forward, these waves be coming through. That's the way they come, just like that. And you put these things. I think it's better to put the headset over your ears, the muffler, than the thing. I use these plugs to go in my ear. But they say it's better. Those two is much better than having the phone up to your ears, because that causes a problem. That's what I heard. So I'm learning about all this crazy stuff, and I'm saying, okay. And I kind of figured it was a paint. So with my research, I found out that they actually got a paint. You can paint your house, mainly the room that you're in, that you have your TV, your Wi-Fi. Um, they even have clothes. I learned all that. I guess I gonna be needed in the future. Computers, they do. That's the weirdest thing. Uh-huh. Cause laptop, I have my laptop, and I had to get me a laptop from the kids, because they got stuff on their laptop. I get their laptop. I'm trying to do business. I'm saying, well, what is this? Where do I go? But mine, I know just where I'm headed to, because nobody is on it but me. So you see, so everybody, all 3, 4 people, 5, 6, everybody got a cell phone. Everybody got a computer. Everybody plugging up at the same time. It's crazy. Yeah. It's wild. It's wet. It's wet. And see, so this is what I'm up against. This is what, I'm telling you something else. So I'm figuring out what am I gonna do next? What master plan am I gonna come up with next? So I'm gonna work it out. I'm gonna work it out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then the thing about how I know that it's somebody up, level up on top of me, when I'm stung, I make different moves to let them I know you did it, you know. And they retrieve, they regroup, but they gonna come back again. That's how low they can go. You understand what I'm saying? That's how low they can go. So and if I have to, everybody in the building to know what's up. So they don't want to make you know, too much sounds and whatever. So I say, hey, I'm gonna bring it to the platform. Let the platform know that, because this thing is the wave of the future. It's happening. It's happening. And some people want to call it something different than what it is because they don't want to do the research. But if you do the research on it, that means you taking your time out to figure it out. You taking your time out to see just what this thing was about. You know, yeah. And I'd have brought the conversation like to my doctors, but they kind of sway it off like it's something different. This cannot be no different than what it actually is. Just what I say it is. And then they target. Let me tell you something. It's like they target the head of the household. I'm the head of this household, so they target me. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, they target me. They jealous of me. I'm gonna say it like that. They jealous of me. I done served my time out there working. I ain't even get back out there and work no more. It's the way to work. It's the way to work. You don't have to just get back out there 9 to 5 like you did at the beginning, because that's what was happening during that time. But it's a way to work. I don't know if I want to start up this company again. It's all work. Whatever you gonna do, you gonna work. And in your own business, you gonna work more hours than you usually work. 9 to 5, what is that, about 8 hours? You may have to do 10, 12, maybe a whole 24, depending on what's going on. Yep. Yep. Yeah. That's it. That's the way I see it. Because I'm gonna tell you the truth. The truth be told, I have no intent in staying in an apartment for 20 years. Mm-mm. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm not staying in one apartment where I be for 20 years. And then see the way I'm sensing too. They act like they running this building. You don't own this building. You lucky you here. You lucky you here. Because under new management, they'll tell everybody. Because if they ever get under new management, they're gonna change the program of how much rent is paid now to what they can get. So it's gonna be a whole new ball game. And every time I talk like this here, boy, they get to walking and moving. And another thing, I don't see. I'm used to paying what I've been paying. I pay my bills. And what they have done on the real, they put the water in the rent. You know, that's how they rock it. But hey, they 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 got me with a little trickle of water coming out. Because I'm washing dishes every day. You cook, you clean up, you eat 3 meals, you wash 3 meals. And so, hey, that's the way I do it. And everybody's at home today. Ain't nobody working. These people there ain't nobody working. I don't know how they paying their bills. Ain't nobody working like that. The people are mad as hell. Working 3 days a week? What kind of money is that? And if you go borrow some money, that's still you got to pay that back. Yeah. So it doesn't matter however it's done. they let you be cut on your money at your gig. You got to go borrow some money. Then you got to pay that back. Yeah, they do. They work. That's what they do. They work from home. They here. They work from home. But because you work from home, you may not be working the whole week. You may be working 3 days a week. But bless your soul if you are, because you're gonna need to pay these people their money. Because these people don't take too kindly to you when you owe them. You know, you're in a good relationship as long as bills being paid. But when you get out of that good relationship because you talking about money, it's a whole new ball game. I thought my generation would be able to pick that up. I thought we were going to be working from home. I thought I was going to be working from home, but it didn't happen. I would have loved to have work from home. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if they heard of that one, but yeah, that robbing Peter pay Paul. That. Yep. Doing something shady. You doing something shady. So what it is that like I was saying, but what I don't see is these people having their own business. See, when you do something on the straight, you got to think about you can still do something on the other hand. You know, you can do something else. And the reason why I say that they ain't doing all they can do, because they challenging me. They challenging me. They taking it out on me. They laser tasing and stinging me. They trying to figure out how you stand at home. Miss Lady, she done told everybody business. I know she done told them that lady is retired, y'all. She retired. I'm retired. You know. She don't tell people. She just tells something basic like, well, they've been here for 10 years. They've been here for 20 years. She say that, something like that. They've been here for 15 years. She'll say something like that. But I done made five. I done made, yeah, yeah, That's what I said. I said about that. Uh huh. I done made five. I never had a thought about that I was gonna make 5 years, but I done hung up. I'm gonna tell you on the real. I don't want to see another five. I don't want to see another five here. Not here. Mm-mm. Nope. I may think about getting me a tiny home. Yep. I may think about getting me a tiny home. Get you some land and get one of the little tiny houses. So just food for thought, doing something like that. But I can't, cause the way these apartments are made, you know what I mean. You got a small little kitchen and stuff like that there, and everything. Yeah, yep. So it's weird. It's just weird. It's just weird like that. So one thing about it, I can hop on the platform and tell you what's up, what it is, what it is. Y'all better come on get them because they out here doing something. They ain't got no business over here. So do something. Yeah, yeah. That's why I hop on the tube. I hop on the tube and say, you know what? This is what's up. Have spoken word. Yeah, these people crazy over here. Yeah, they got to be mad at me. They trying to be all in my. But I'm telling you, because Amazon come, like they trying to figure me out. They trying to figure out, well, they trying to figure, what's up with me. Yeah, don't get in my business because, like, hey, I've been over here 5 years and these people ain't on the they really hadn't spoke. Yeah, that's my point of view. Yeah, That's the way I see it. I see things differently. I see a lot of, you know, how things could go. But one thing about it now, look, something's up. If you over here, you got three cars. Come on now, what's up? You don't know nothing about something steady and permanent like a mortgage. Three cars. I know folks with three, four, whatever cars they got. They got a residential and apartment. What's up? They can't. Somebody ain't told them something. You know, you just gonna go on and go along because uh, what they are seeing, what happened. Because see, I'm just talking about the rules of the game, and this rule of the game, this goes for all apartments. Every time you do that, fill out once a year to reinstate that you want to stay and reinstate. So they go up a dollar or two. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how. That's right. It don't make sense. Uh-uh. Now, since you there and you got three cars, you should use them cars to get you a mortgage through the bank. 20 years, that's a long time. You should have came to some kind of decision on what you want to do next. Being hardworking people, I mean, I'm seeing it differently. They might see it differently too. But I ain't going. I don't want no three cars living in no apartment. Mm-mm. I don't work business. I don't handle my business like that. There, no. Look, you can't even give me three cars and stay in an apartment. You must gonna give me a house with the three cars. I ain't gonna do it. It's just that I know how things go. I I know how things go. That some people got one car and live in a mortgage house. They ain't gonna stay in no apartment. You know, but life is strange. It is absolutely strange, and so that's what happened. You know what? Some people do, and what I noticed, but they're not the only one. That's real. They're not the only one. There's several households, apartment households around here that people got three cars. What's up with that? Somebody, what's the dealio? I'm just trying to figure that out. I don't want three cars living in no apartment. My home come first. My residential homestead come first, and not of an apartment with three cars. Mm-mm. But the way I see it, it still could be yet a criminal type style that you live in because if you do something one way and you hit the streets in another car another way, you don't want to be seen with that same. See, that's what I'm saying. See, that's mistress. That's criminal mistress. Unless you got a residential type of household homestead, and then you got three cars. That's understandable because that's the way you level up. But you living up the wrong type of way. Yeah, and then yeah, that's the way I characterize that like that there. That's the way it falls into play. I don't want to be seen in that car because I'm doing this here, and I jump into that car. They won't because hey, you're always on the road and they always see you. People see it, but when they see you in another car, they say, "Oh, okay." They want to be like they're a baller. All right, that's not what's happening in where you be at in your dwelling. But you're a baller on the streets because they don't know your background and what's really going on with you. You see, yeah, that's what it is. So, but they ain't gonna laser taser and sting me, and I ain't gonna say nothing. I be doggone. Hey, I'm gonna bring it to the spotlight. And somebody with the all awareness and knowing should want to pick that up and say, what is this lady talking about? What is she really saying? I ain't never heard of that. Is that really happening? Yeah. Because I sure like to explain it. I like to go on somebody's show to tell them, yeah, this is what it is. I like to educate to somebody. Like, but then, in a sense, in a way, it's some criminal mistress in it that you don't want the public to be exposed to that because you don't want to give people some bad ideas. Oh, okay, okay. You don't want to give people no bad ideas. So in a way, it's sort of secluded. It's out there. It's happening. But then when you expose it, you got to be careful on exposing because you got some not too comfortable minds that do some mistress type stuff. But I was told that if I was unhappy here, that I was free to go. Yeah. But you can't get up and move that fast, because you have to case out your next place. You got to visit the next place. You got to have revenue for the next place. This is real talk. This ain't no shucking and jiving. This is some real talk. You got to have some real bona fide revenue to pay out front, pay your first and your last month if that's the route you take it, or if you waiting on getting with a realtor, you know. Hey, you know what? Intellectually, intelligently, I'm willing to talk to somebody who's intelligent and smart, and then the knowing that some crud like this can exist right in front of your nose, in right where an individual is, and really want to elaborate. Because I want to talk about it. I want to tell somebody who is, who can articulate and then the knowing to say, you know what, let's put this out here because, yeah, and this is happening. Yeah, I'll talk about it. Somebody smart and intelligent who wants to talk about it. Yeah, yeah, I'll talk about it. And I can tell them just exactly what has happened to me, what is going on, why isn't these people in the front ain't engaging this? Look, people want to see something physically, physically, are you cut? Are you cut anywhere? You see what I'm saying? They want to see that. They want to see something that they can see, not the unseen. Well, you got some, you know what? How low can you go type of people that would do such a thing? Mhm. That's some how low can you go dirty people that would do such. You know what? I got to be careful. I forgot I'm here with the platform. They got some people like that. How low can they go? They can go very low. And I've been dealing with this for 5 years. And and you know what the crazy part about? I'm gonna tell you how crazy it is. I have talked about this every day of my life for 5 years. 5 years. 5 years I have talked about this. And this on my page of what I discovered in the process of this thing and how your ways, your arrows come into play with your cell phones, the microwave, your computers, and all this other stuff. I discovered that. And in that process, what's going to happen is the people who uh, own complexes and apartments, this gonna be a thing coming up in the future that they're gonna have to paint that place. They're gonna have to paint these apartments for those rays, those electric magnetic rays and rays that comes through by these towers that cause hearing, can cause you a hearing problem, and any other who is sensitive to these things. They'll make these people pay when they really find out that what MFR paint exists for to protect your house of these rays and arrows that these electric magnetic waves produces, and it come through your electrical uh, gadgets and stuff. They're gonna make them all, and I mean there is a lot of apartments around in an area where people live and be that they need to check on that. You remember the time back in the day when there was lead in homes, and people and if an individual bought a home with lead in it and didn't tell them that, they had to compensate those people. Yeah, lead, LEAD. Lead is a type of whatever. It's lead, and it can make you ill. It can make you ill. And if you bought a home with that was back in what 1980 something. That homes had that type of material in it. Well, those people they had to pay people, or they had to let them know that that's the kind of material was in that house. They had to tear the house down. They had to remodel those type of houses. And that's the same way with the paint. This paint is on the market now in every apartment in any city. Any and every city need to be painted with that paint. You know how mad those landlords and owners gonna be, because they got to pay up. They ain't thought about that one. That's coming. That's coming. And when that come, baby, you will hear. It's gonna be a big topic. A big topic to paint. Yep, gonna be a great big topic to paint apartment. That individuals, if an individual doesn't have their home, or they don't feel the need to do their home like that, well, that's on them. Okay, but still, they can cause hearing problems and things of that sort. And yes, the cat is out the bag. Yes, I'm telling all. I'm telling all because I discovered this in my research. I discovered this. That was the golden nugget that I discovered, that these apartment owners, and some of them big time CEOs of these apartments, gonna have to paint. They're gonna have to paint to protect these rays and arrows that coming through on people. Just wait till they hear that one. Let me tell you a good story. I had bought, and you can buy toilet seats. I'm not getting personal. This is something that taking place. I had bought a toilet seat because I recognized and I noticed that the toilet that was in the bathroom was sitting low. Okay, it sits low, and that was a problem and a strain on anybody's back. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna get a toilet seat, straight up. And when I did that, it brought the height up to part where when you come on, let's be real, when you squat, you don't feel that stress and strain on your back. You hear me? And lo and behold, within a month time frame that I did that, this apartment complex put all brand new toilets in every one of these apartments. Ain't that something? Isn't that something? I was on point with that ordeal. I was on target. I didn't tell them. I just said, my toilet seat sit low, and I could tell it was like, I mean, the toilet, it was clean and everything, but I could tell it was outdated to the fact that it sat low. It's seated low. It's seated low. Yeah, it's seated low. I had been here for about already had been here about 3 years for I seen where, okay, I put a strain on my back. You understand it. And so then I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna get me a toilet seat because I had seen them in your Walgreens and your CVS stores. So I say, well, I'm gonna get me one. What I did, I ordered one through my medical uh, uh, thing that I have, and I began to use that thing. And the thing about in usage, my back, the stress on the strain on my back, it it went away. It began to subside. And the next thing I knew, within a month or two, they wanted to put new toilets in every one of the bathrooms that they have in here. I think I have 2 bathrooms, yeah. And they did it in all these apartment complex. In everybody's apartment, they put brand new toilets. They brought the toilet, excuse me, up to speed, up to date. Where the height of it when you sit, you didn't, whew, oh Lord, I broke my back. It wasn't none of that. I caught that. And just the same way about this paint. They're gonna have to paint every one of these. And I'm not talking about only this one. I'm talking about all over hey, how many states there is. When they put that in the book to code that every apartment that exists, they will have to put new protective paint. Cause everybody, I don't know who don't have a cell phone. I don't know who don't have a computer, or what is that? A microwave. People got this. This is what the size of the time is. They got these. People got 2 and 3 TVs. I went to a family members of mine. They got TVs in every room. I said, oh my God. Yeah, yeah, uh-huh. See? And I caught it. I found out. And sometimes you be having people that listen in of what the next thing was. Like, I'm telling you another very important thing. Yeah, that's a good thing. And when I did that, when I got that extra height, they came in and they put brand new toilets in, sure did. And they gonna catch that. It just and it's got to be, and this thing is bigger than you can imagine, because it's gonna take noticeableness, somebody up in higher ranks, way up there in higher ranks, to take notice that every apartment that exists gonna need to be repainted. You can live in your place where you live, your apartment. You can live there while they paint. It ain't that you doing some type of remodeling that you have to move. Uh, you okay, Nadia? Okay. It's not that you have to move, but they can come in. They can paint. They can paint the rooms. It's gonna be a whole new ball game. Hmm. Just wait till the CEO get wind of that. See if they don't like them apples. And then when they have to do that, check this out. When they have to repaint every complex, and I'm just gonna give you a rough estimate. It's over 999. They sure enough gonna go up on the rent. See, they've been wanting to really master and go up on the rent. See, a lot of times they keep that low level of rent because they ain't done nothing. They don't want to do anything, okay? But when they have to do something, it's gonna be on us. It's gonna cost us. The rent gonna go up. Yeah, that's how it's gonna go up. That way too. I already told you about if they bring in a new CEO. When a new CEO come in, he bringing all his own people. He can raise the rent. He can do whatever he want. It belongs to him now, and that's the same way it's going to be with painting and all that kind of stuff. It's going to happen. I'd rather sooner than later, or later than sooner, whichever comes first. Got to position myself. I got to get ready, and these things are going to happen. You know what? Someone told me that too. Someone said that. They say that they should give them a discount. But let me tell you Let me tell you about folk who greedy. You know what correct and proper. Yeah, that should be done. But when you greedy, got greed going on, it don't answer that type of call. I'm gonna tell you, I just I think like that would be now like if a new CEO come in, he'll give you 2 months, 2 months to move out, with no pay or something like that there. But I'm gonna tell you, uh, greed is something else. Greed when they hungry for when they just got that's just greed. It's just greed. You remember, and I'm gonna tell you like this here. Remember when they was supposed to give? I don't know where you are, but where I am, they supposed to been gave everybody who needed $500. They were gonna help the poor out. They didn't do it. That's greed. They didn't do it. They did not help. Oh yeah. Okay. So what do that stand for? Those big initials. What are they standing for? I should know. I can assume that I know. Oh, I got you. See, I'm talking. I'm moving too fast. See, I'm moving too fast. That's real cool. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Uh, I'm gonna tell you like this here, and I'm glad you told me and reminded me what that was because I like that. I like that place. I know about that place. I know what's up with that place. Hmm. Okay, cool. All right. And so I really do. I like and it. How's the weather? How's the weather down there? How's the weather? You got pretty nice weather, or is it still cold, or what? Oh, okay, cool. Well, it's hot. I don't want to say it like this, but I'm gonna say it like this. It's hot as hell down here. It's hot in Texas. Yeah, the Lone Star State. It's hot here. It's HOT. It's hot. We're going into summer after a while. It's hot here. Okay, let's see here. Oh, okay. And that's the way and that's the way we are down here in Texas. And I've been here actually all my life. And I enjoy the different types of weather that we get. I really, like I can handle up on it if I was from a particular state. If it was like when it's winter is freezing, it's snowing. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to a lot of snow. I mean, everybody loves snow. Snow is beautiful, and everything. But I like that mixture that it brings. It brings that aesthetic type of weather. You don't know what the heck you get. You got to go with the flow. I really like that. I really do. But I know about the big MD. I mean, their weather is sort of like you get snow when it's snow time come. I know you get snow. Yeah, see, uh, you know, just to be in that kind of moment, a one time ordeal. That's beautiful. That's real cool. I would love it. But to kind of live that out, I don't know if I could live that out like that because I'm always cold. I'm always cold. Like right now, I got the air conditioner on, and because our weather today was like it was in the 80s. It's gonna be 80 tomorrow. And when we get rain, we get rain. And that was the other day. Where was I? That was last week. We got rain all day long. I taken my baby to the doctor. My granddaughter, she had to go to the doctor and I had to take her, and that was a rainy day, and it rained all day that day. It would be once now. Like, look, it's like once upon a time when I was, like I used to hit the road, back and forth, traveling for working and this and that. I meet all kinds of weather, But now that I'm retired, hey, if I get out there, I get out there, and if I don't, I don't. But when it comes to doing business, like taking someone to the doctor, or excuse me, I will, I will go. Rain, hail, sleet, or snow. If it's somebody got to go somewhere, I'm going. But the part that I don't like, if it's raining all day and they let you know it's gonna flood, I don't want to be out there in that. I don't want to be out there because I know what that means. Like your car, you can water can get in that muffler and do all kinds of crazy stuff to the engine and just. But the thing, you know what? That's what I'm talking about. I mean, like God was with me and He still is. But I'm talking about during that time, when I was bold and bodacious, I was out there, like, hey, but in that profession, in the healthcare industry, you have to do that inclement type of weather deal. You got to go anyway. You got to come. You got to come anyhow. You got to go anyway. Whew. Any kind of, it doesn't matter. You got to get up and go. But you know what? The thing about me is this. You know what? That's a good thought. Most definitely. That's right. It's not you as the driver being bad. There's some crazy people just run the heck into you. It's crazy folks. You know? Yeah. But by the grace of God, I made it through. It's crazy. Like I didn't have any wrecks, or did I? They wasn't bad wrecks. I remember I had parked because see you do a park and ride. You park your car, you catch the bus, and it'll take you to the destination where you're going because that's the way the setting of it was. And this lady hit my car. She hit it. It was parked. It was parked in a parking lot where it's supposed to be parked, and then you get out and you go catch the bus to where it's going into the area where the facility is. This broad, she gonna hit my car and then, but you know what? She was nice about it. She hit it and she left a note that she hit it. I said, well, shoot. She left a note. She did. She said something about she'll pay for the damages. She said she'd pay for the damages, and there it was. She did what she said she would do. She did what she said she would do, and she did. So like it wasn't nothing. It wasn't. Oh, you know what it was? Excuse me. It was where you could hit a bumper, and the bumper would flex in. It would just it would go like this here. See, when you hit it like that there, it would go in like that. And all you had to do was take the hammer, and it was like you open the trunk and take the hammer and knock it out like that. But she didn't care it. So I was mad at first, but when I seen the note, I was happy. And so she did. Yeah. Ah, oh boy. But I never had I never had to but at the same time when stuff like that occurred, I had to do the report. I had to go and make a report and stuff like that. I'm telling you, it's just really something else. But they just leave the bumper, huh? Oh my goodness, that's a trip. But some people can be really, 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 really nice because I'm a very sensitive person. I'm sort of sensitive in such of a way that I know when to excuse and not to excuse. And I was on, excuse me, I was on the bus, And when I say I'm on the bus, it's because I had parked my car in the parking lot, like I did when she hit my car. I was parked in the parking lot, and you go and get your bus. I'm always running in the morning, running for the bus during that time. You make sure but I'm always on time now. Come on now, you got to give me my card. I'm always running for something, but I'm on time. So, but I got on the bus and I sat down, and somebody came on. You know, the next corner they pick up other people, and this individual, she came on, and I don't know how I was seated. You running for the bus, you be seated halfway in the seat, you turned around all kinds of ways when you get in on the bus, and she hit my feet, and I noticed that she kicked my feet, and it was like it wasn't a problem to me that, yeah, it wasn't a problem to me that she kicked my feet. It was like I was turned in such a manner I should have been seated properly and up in the seat. And she brought it to my attention. She said, "Excuse me." So I kind of brushed it off. I act like I didn't hear. I pretend like I didn't hear. And then she kind of gonna say it again. She said, "Excuse me." I said, "Well, a minute, she talking to me like that? Just a minute, hold on." I said, "Will you excuse?" I kind of got an attitude because she gonna make me acknowledge her excuse. I said, "You okay?" You know what I'm saying? But I've never had, yeah, I never had such of a thing to happen to me that somebody, like I had pardoned her by not saying anything when she, she knew she touched my feet. I knew she touched my feet. She was walking by, but I was such in a crazy position. I wasn't even sitting up correctly, and I knew that she touched me. She knew she touched me, but I'm trying to, I'm pardoning her. I pardoned her by, when she said excuse me, and I try to, you know, kind of moved over a little and gave her a little grace. But she gonna make me acknowledge her. I said, well, okay then. Well, I said, you excuse. I don't even know what that was about, really. For you to call it to my attention, you kicked my feet. I let you by. I see. I really wasn't seated properly. I really wasn't seated properly. But she made me in the know, and she made me know what she did that I need to. I already knew that. It's crazy. I have had some experiences that I just wouldn't believe I would have had. And so I thought that was the weirdest thing. I pardoned her, but she wanted me to know that she said, excuse me. I said, you excuse. And that was that. She just wanted me to know that she was saying, excuse me. Because I knew what you did. I knew what she did. And, I pardoned her, and it wasn't that I was, but I just, I gave her some grace and, let her by. But she wanted me to acknowledge her. So I said, what the hell? I said, well, okay, cool. I said, well, you excuse? Because I knew I was seated wrong. I'm running to the bus. I got my briefcase. I got my everything. I got my just everything I had. And so there it is. Okay, what is this here? All right, so those are little emojis. Okay, good. Yeah. All right. I've been talking with you half of the night. What's going on? Because really, I'm looking, and you listening. Um, I guess that's supposed to be the talking then. It's my platform, and you listening. I caught it, but the little green monster. I mean, that's a heck of a laugh. He's a little green little monster and everything. So hey, I get it. I get it. I got to get it. And I got it. I understood. Oh, Lord have mercy. So anyway, that's exactly what it was. So with all this talking and stuff, I mean, I came to the site to air myself about what was happening to me and what was up, and everything. And so I wanted to say something. I wanted somebody to know, hey, if something went down, you know, at least what it is now that I'm kind of up, and I'm talking about this and that and that and this. Miss Lady up front, she the one said that, oh, they can hear, they can hear. How the heck you can hear in my place what I'm saying? I mean, even though I talk about some cool stuff, I done educated them to a lot of game. You know what I'm saying? They're listening in on some stuff, but when they start doing something indifferent to me, I'm mad. I'm ready to. I'm ready to take it there. When you do some strange stuff like that there, I'm ready to take it there because I don't think I have to be subjected to that kind of bad behavior. That's not good behavior. You see what I'm saying? But I understand, knowing who I know who they are, they don't really care. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for the listening ear. I mean, maybe there are others that, and I don't really know because, uh, but I'm glad you're here. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Okay, I thank you. Thank you for coming, uh, listening at me because I would have just carried on a conversation and feel like, okay, somebody's gonna pass by, somebody gonna want to stop and listen about what is this lady really saying? What is she talking about? I'm not really like a boastful person where there's things that I know that has taken place and I've done in my life that some proud things, that I can be boastful about. I'm not that like uh the big event of being part of the civil rights movement, you know what I'm saying? That was a big thing. That was a big thing. And I was young. I was young, and was part of that. And I remember that. I remember that. And so, and for somebody to come along and uh, do an attack on you, you don't even know. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying they don't even know what I've been part of or not part of. For them to act like that, just want to be that's criminal. That's what you call criminal behavior. hmm For somebody to pull a stunt and don't think you in the knowing or the awareness, I can go. I can really hold a real conversation about the yeah, really. That's right. That's right. So sometimes others will listen in and just don't comment. Uh, so you got to be kind of highly intellectually intelligent in order to kind of peep this kind of game. You know what I mean? Really peep what I'm saying. You got to be articulate. You know what I'm saying? And so you don't have to be brilliant, but you got to be articulate in the knowing to want to understand what's up. What's up. So or a caring person. For real? Wow. Wow. I can take it there. I can ask some questions, but I wanna, you know, yeah, that's some real stuff. That's some real serious stuff. Uh huh. Wow. Ooh. Accident? Wow. All right, cool. You don't have to talk about it. It's all cool. My goodness. Well, I thank God for you. You made it through. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's scary. For real? Mmm. Oh, wow. For real? Mmm. I can say more about it. I'm gonna leave it alone though. You don't want to talk about it, you don't have to talk about it. You don't have to talk about it. If you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to talk about it, okay? So, but that's strange. Oh, yeah, it hit me, yeah. It hit me with yeah. Really? Wow. Whew. Oh, wow. Uh, by the way, how old are you? Oh, okay. My son is gonna be 40 next month. He's gonna be 40. Not married, no kids. Hmm. 40 is a good number. That's the beginning of a whole new life journey. Uh-huh. Yep. And so you were just passing, you were just strolling by and you see where okay then. Damsel in distress. Was that it? Or you just wanted to see, well, let's see what's up, you know. You're pretty sharp, dude. You're pretty sharp. Seem like you on the up and up. Okay, you on the up and up because I like to deal with highly intelligent people. I can't deal with slow pokes, and I ain't calling nobody slow. It just you got to kind of lean in with them. Okay, but it's all good. Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You are in another. You are in another state. Yes, you are. But cause me myself, I don't do no chit chatting on the chatters on the thank you so much. Oh, that is so sweet. That is so sweet because uh you seen into that thing as well as my son tells me all the time. Mom, you can't be calling nobody children because I got rank. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm 71. My son said, Mom, you can't be calling these people are full grown adult. And he tells me males or females, and you can't be calling people children. And I say, and what I had to apologize. I said, look, baby, I apologize to you because you all, sometimes the way he act like a child. So, and so, and so I told a story in one of my clips that how I had said something at the doctor's office. I was visiting, I had a dental appointment, and my purse was in a chair, and and she said something. She was was handing me something, or she said, "Could I sit this over here?" I said, "No, baby." I said, "Put that over there, sugar and darling." Baby, the doctor leaned over in my ear and she said, "Baby, sugar." And from that moment, I said, "Oh, I done said something wrong," you know. And so she was, you know, these professional people, dentists and the doctor, her assistant. And I told her assistant, I said, "Yeah, baby, just put it in the chair, sugar. It'll be all right. It'll be fine." And baby, lo and behold, it got all out of proportion. I said, "Well, I got to mind my manners. I got to watch what I say to these young people, you know, because with all due respect, I mean, there is some very highly intelligent young folk of your sweet age, my son's age. Then I got one that's 50 something years old. These grown folk, but to me, because they are my kids, you know, they are, you know." I said, "Mama, these people are grown. You can't be." I said, "Look, okay, I'm sorry. I can't be." Okay, thank you so much. But my son said, "Mom, you can't be, you know," because we have long conversations. He said, "Mom, you can't be talking to people like that. They don't children and stuff like that." I said, "Well, you know, like, uh-uh." But, you know, it's, I guess, through the years, you just mellow on out and once you get to that plateau, everybody's baby shit. Well, this is the way they do me now. Come on. This is the way they do me. They call me baby, look, sugar, honey, come here, darling. This is the way they talk to me. So if I'm being talked to like this and treated like that, and I think that's pretty sweet, I felt like I could talk to other people like that. But my son said, "Wait a minute, mom, you can't talk to people like that." So I had to regroup. I guess I can be talked to like that, but I can't talk to others like that. So I have to, you know, I mean, I do it in good taste, you know, and some people pick it up and receive it in good taste, but there are those who do not, you know. "Oh, she thinks she's talking to us. Oh, okay then." So I have to be careful how I talk to others, you know, and remember and reminding myself that they are just as grown as me, and you know, I can't be in that mind frame of that mind frame, okay? So that was my first video. That was my first video. That was my takeaway from the dentist office, the dental. That's right. That's beautiful. I learned that. And you know what? I say, you know, just with all due respect, I say that to the young folks. "Yes, sir." Just to let them know that I'm connected. You know what I'm saying? Others, you know, because that's right. But what I'm saying, that you can tell the vibe of an individual where you have to might have to get indignant. "Yeah, now, you know, with the now and yes, well, what you now what?" You know what I'm saying? But then that's right. See what I'm saying? You know, me and him with that conversation. And that's so true. When somebody calling you sugar and baby and darling and all this, and that's what they, whether they are male or female, "Come here, sugar, come here, baby, just baby, look, sugar," you know, and this dear, I don't know if I can take this, dear. Yes, dear. My sister did that. "Yes, dear." Oh no, why she that she, you know, like her profession was the same profession. She was a night shift supervisor there at you know, where she be in MD Anderson back in the day. See, everybody I know is retired, and so she would call people dear. It is, it sure is a Southern lingo. She would call people dear, and I just hated that. I really didn't tell her that, but when she say dear, how she says it, you know what? I'm gonna say it like this. She said it as if the way she sounded off as if everybody is beneath her. I didn't like the way she. Yes, look, dear. Yes, dear. What? She said that as if the way she announced it, or the way she said it, it was like you or I or anybody she said that to were beneath her, and I didn't like it. I really didn't. I said, "What the? All right, okay, cool, all right." But then I understood it. She's my sister, and this is her lingo when she speaks to her people in her. Okay, cool. So now, so what is this? Those two smiley faces, are they laughing? Oh, is that what they doing? Are they really laughing? Or are they crying? I can't tell. It's got to be something. Yes. Yes, what? They laughing or they crying? I don't know. They crying laughing. Oh, that is funny. That is so funny. It's so funny. So funny. Oh, Lordy, that is so funny. Um, I really do. I like using the emojis and stuff like that. But let me tell you something. Let me say this. I will get lost if somebody gonna speak the lingo of emojis on me. The whole line is just filled with emojis, and I got to read it. I can't figure that out. Now, look, they done taken it there. Okay, wait a minute. They got the nerve enough to be stinging me on my ankle, on my feet. Yeah, they stinging me right now. They're stinging me with that laser taser weapon that I've been talking about. hmm They're stinging me. hmm They are literally stinging me, and I have to. Not that I have to, but see, I want to acknowledge it. I want to let them know that I know you stung me, not to sit up here and pretend like I don't know what you did. You see what I'm saying? So let me holler back at them right quick. Just a second here, if you don't mind. No, not really. Not really. No, not really. It's like they know that I'm aware of what they're doing, and they just gonna sting me and just let me know because it's 154 right now, and they just want to let me know just some little petty stuff. You know what I mean? But I'm not into them. You know what? I'm gonna tell you about their nationality. No, it'll make me look different. But these are Hispanic people that's surrounding me. That is around me and surrounding me. Okay, and I should have said before I said that I should have said something else. But I want to make them know that I know what they did. Just hold on a second. All right. All right. So I cut the vent on the I cut the vent over the stove, which is the microwave. Got this sound off of. Oh yeah, the microwave have a vent for the stove. If you was burning something on the stove, the smoke would go up. Uh-huh. Excuse me. But the thing about it is, I have to let them know. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. And so I let them know. Let me turn it off. Oh, okay, here I am. Here I am. Yeah, they got nerve enough to be touching me with this. But I'm gonna, I got a lot of stuff packed. I got a lot of stuff packed. And when I get the word, I'm raising up out of here. I ain't taking this. As if I got to truly take it. I'm gonna raise up out of here. 'Cause this ain't the kind of life I want to live. Talking about something like this every day of my life. Mm-mm. Dealing with crazy people, haters. I don't feel like dealing with no haters. Mm-mm. No. This is weird. This is the weirdest thing I ever been into. I've never been in something like this here. At least you can see your enemy. You can see your enemy. Most folks will curse their enemy out. Well, they no, is that what I noticed? No. Right now is this time of morning, and look, I'm in my place, and see that sends me in another zone, in another mindset, because I don't let this kind of foolishness stop me. To the fact that I'm out here on site, I'm telling my story, and they wanna, shut me down like, uh, like, uh-uh. I'm on this thing all night long if I choose to, and I'm telling my story. So they might well leave me alone because they got to go to work tomorrow. I ain't got no one job to attend to but the things that I do. So they need to leave me alone. I don't see why I'm having to endure this kind of thing. It's just weird. It really is. So, yeah, I acknowledge when they touch me. I acknowledge. They know that I know what you did. hmm I know what you did. So, and the thing about it is, uh, that and what it was. And another thing, let me tell you this here. They was making so much racket. So, well, see, they started off. They haters. They used to make all kind of noise, like jumping up and down on the floor. Now they got them one of these walking machines, one of those is an electric machine that you can do your running on and stuff. But they was one while they was like making all kind of noise, jumping up and down in the apartment, running to disturb the the roaches. I may well say it. Just this, I mean, these are some hateful folks. These are some people that I don't want to in. I don't want to have no really um, interacting with, because I know who they are. I know what they do. I know their ways, but everybody don't act like them because of that nationality. Everybody don't act like them. They are the unfortunate ones. Everybody don't act like that. Yeah, a treadmill. Uh-huh. And so what I did was when they was on the treadmill just the other day, I broke their little pace. They had that sound going on. I just raised my window up and I broke that silence. I broke that sound of, oh, they got a kick out of. I know I'm bumping it real good. I'm making that noise. I opened the window. They stopped. This is the kind of crap I'm under. Can you believe that? I cannot believe it. I got to figure out all this kind of dumb stuff. I'm retired. I should be what it, hey, whatever kind of enjoyment I enjoy, I should be able to enjoy without all this kind of. I got to figure how to maneuver, and I'm on the instant. I'm on top of it. I know how to break up. I say, raise that one up. But see, I don't feel like that. You won't let them know that you ain't finna take their crud. You better open that window and then another thing, they got tasers. They got tasers where they shoot in the wall. You can hear the click, click, click. You can hear it. And my son said, what? I said, cut the TV down and listen. Uh huh. And right now, I heard a sound over here by the kitchen, by the stove. Oh yeah. What they better do. They love this place so well. They better get some rest so they can go to their job. Cause I don't love this place that well. I mean, I, the place is okay. It's a place to live other than being on the streets. But other than this, my everything. This is not my everything. This is not even my all in all. So hey, I'm just taken by the experience that I have had with this place. I have had a heck of an experience. But you said too, yeah, I do that all the time. Yes, I do. I sure do. I do. I play all my Christian music and my ecosystem. I love that ecosystem. That I play all my spiritual songs on, all the songs that it is on the ecosystem. You can pick up all your artists, music artists, and I play that. And but you know what? They got a church. They got a Hispanic church across from this place. Nobody knows what this place is, no way. But they just built that church about 2 years ago. And I tell you what, if it wasn't a Hispanic church, if it hadn't been my cup of tea, I would go. But these people don't go to church. These people in this building, because I watched them. They have watched me. They don't go to church, you know. So if they was following the word and what the word say, you would show some type of sign at least once out of a year you would go. These people don't go to church. Like somebody told me, they feel like they do it. I ain't never heard of that one. That was a good one. They feel like they do it. Yeah, they feel like they do it. So now, if they feel that way, they have no reason to have God or Christ Jesus. They don't have no reasons for that. But hey, um, I don't know what to do. When they step on my toes, I say, get behind me, Satan. That's it. I rebuke you in Jesus' name. That's it. That's enough for me. That is definitely enough for me. Yep. So once again, my fan, you said you didn't already, amen. You said you're already subscribed. So I'm very happy to have you here. Uh, and so the thing about it is that now this being up, I mean, I usually be up this time of morning, but I don't be on the set. I'll be up. And Kia, 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 okay, Kia. Mhm. So that's a nice name. Uh, did I introduce myself? I don't think I did. I'm Brenda. I am Brenda, or you can call me BJ. Those are my initials, BJ. or you can call me Bree. Bree is cool. You can call me Bree because my name is Brenda. No, I'm not married. I'm single. MS to do. Yeah. Um, yeah. I am single. Hmm. So, and it's nice to meet you too, Kia. And so now you can call. Yeah, that's my name. Yeah, I didn't look on the second one. I didn't look at the second line. Yeah, that's my name. Or you can call me Bree, Bre, Bree. And so I was expecting to be up on this site by myself. I didn't really think nobody would kind of want to hang out like this here, like talking about, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think nobody would want to hang out like this. So I say, what the heck? I'm gonna take my chances. Ain't nobody gonna mind me no way. So I'm coming. I'm gonna do my own thing. Oh, somebody still know how to groove. It's cool. Well, hallelujah. Hallelujah. You at peace with yourself, you know. The word says it's good to be at when you're at peace with God and man. Everybody, even you can make your enemies to be at peace with you. How about that one? Mm-hmm. That's good. That's great. So, uh, yep. But I have my two grandkids here. I have my oldest grandson is 18, and my granddaughter is 16, and so I'm raising them. They lost their mother. Yes. And so I am raising them. They lost their mother in 2020. Uh, So I am raising them. And so, um, to my surprise, they were about 9 and 12 when their mother passed, and so I taken them on. They have always been my pride and joy because I was with them when they were born. So um, I just had no idea that I would be raising them one day. You know, I had no thought in mind, none. All of that was a surprise to me. So it was like when I came to YouTube, I think I was in grief because I didn't I was still trying to hold on to her memory. Thank you. I think I done healed pretty good. You know, like her anniversary was last month. A homegoing anniversary was last month. It's been 6 years since her passing, and so it's just life is just strange. Life is different. Life is really it's amazing. It's you know it's just, it's just an experience. You know. So I experienced that, and she left them in my hands, and I love them. I really do. And so they go to school every day, and I'm glad about it. I'm glad that they was left with me. I really am. I'm glad that they were left with me. Wonderful, wonderful, great. All right, all right, all right. I got three boys. I got three sons. Yeah. Oh Lord have mercy. But it's nothing like having a daughter. I tell you, like every Mother's Day, she made my day. I'm gonna tell you, these guys are something else. You would think, but don't think because they don't. So that's wonderful. That's wonderful. She was my only daughter. She was. She was my only daughter. And so now I got a son, and everybody wanted me to adopt my grandkids. And that is the craziest thing I heard. I said, I'm not doing that immediately. I knew that if I did such of a thing, their mother would be their sister. I said, that's crazy. Excuse me. Well, all right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, all right now. Now, me myself, I have, I have, I have two sisters. I have three sisters myself. I have three sisters. Both of my brothers have gone on, and uh, and so I have two older sisters. I have three, really, three older sisters. I hadn't seen one of them in a very long time, and so life can bring about a change. Hmm. Yep, yeah, it can. It can. Life can bring about a change. What is all of this noise? Mm. Okay, so this was an alignment for you to go live and me still whoa strolling on social media. Oh, okay. So is that what that mean? That sound, is that what that mean? Because I really, I don't see any difference. Because all right, cool. All right, I'm hanging on in here. Um, just just chit chatting. Whatever I decide I want to talk about. Uh, there are those that every time I close out, they want to ask me, do I want to continue? They lucky that I don't know who, I don't know who lucky. I'm lucky or they lucky. But anyway, uh, the more I come on and sit, cool. That's what it was. Exactly. Exactly. So I was gonna sit here until times got, the old cliche, till the wheels fall out, or even till times got better. Whichever come first, the chicken or the egg. It doesn't matter to me because I was gonna bring it. I was gonna tell it. I was gonna tell it what's up, what's going on, and that this is what's happening in my world, and it cool. That's cool because I was gonna come into I was gonna tune in early when I was cooking because really what's happening I can't really do it like I really want to because I'm in a sort of like a dilemma. I'm in a sort of like a dilemma. You know what I mean? I got boxes over here where I could sit up my studio, and then I'm in here with all of the. So it's what I decide on from day to day. Just whatever I decide on from day to day, and then up because usually my son he gets in sometime about 3 in the morning, Sometimes he go all the way to 5 in the morning, whatever. These folk grown. So, oh, it is. Oh, so we got a time difference. Okay, because it's saying 2:16 here, and it's an hour in difference in different time zone, different different time zone. I'm 2:16. You two. It could have been 2:15. Uh, uh, you 3:15. So that's the hour difference. You too, huh? So you had a lot on your mind. Okay. All right then. So you had a lot on your mind. So you up and about like excuse me. Oh, you know what? Let me cut this air off. That's my problem. I'm coughing because I got the air on. Excuse me. Hold on for a second. Oh Lord Jesus. Oh. Oh. I done froze everybody out here. I done froze everybody out. Oh, shucky ducky. Oh, everybody cold. Everybody is cold. I done had this. I don't know. I was huffing and puffing a while back. These folk got on my nerves, so that was my reason. But I'm gonna sit up. Excuse me. I'm gonna sit up and watch a little television. I ain't worried about going to sleep. I'm retired. You said it calls you. Normally you be sleep about 9, but uh, you have a lot on your mind. Yeah, you know what? Having a lot on your mind have a tendency to keep you up. It'll keep you up. Yeah, it's some kind of way you feel good, but you might need to go to sleep because tomorrow's a work day for you, isn't it? Oh, it is? Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you what. I can either fall asleep and get about 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. I can get 3 hours of sleep because I got to get up with them. I see them off to school. Oh, okay. Really? Oh, okay. And so, excuse me. Okay. Yeah, you told me what was up with that. I ain't never heard of that. Life is strange. People have different goings on and situations. What's up? My God. Oh no, that's scary to me. That is. Well, how are you feeling now? Oh, you do? Okay, you do the same too. Okay, okay. Y- So they are little ones, or oh my goodness. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, 18 can help the 12-year-old. Yeah, can help. There it is. Everybody help. Everybody help. Everybody. The reason why I say that because my granddaughter that's 16, she gets the 18-year-old one up because she be telling him, "You better come on here because 6:30 she had to know." He gonna get left. He gonna miss the bus and he got to walk to school or he gonna be out there on time with her. Hmm. So you're pretty cool. You're pretty cool with the kids. He said they're spoiled. I bet they are. They are. The kids are spoiled. Let me tell you something. I knew just what to do. Nobody got up with me. Uh, oh yeah. Well, my grandson, he's going to graduate next year because I think that was a period where his parent was doing a lot of moving around and stuff, so he didn't get to stay in that particular grade, and they set him back a grade. So that's what caused him not being graduated on time, and so he's going to graduate next year. He'll still be 18 until he come into a couple of months. He'll be 19, then he'll graduate. Hmm. Oh yeah. That's it. That's it. He'll be out next year. And so that's a heck of a responsibility. These kids in out of school. I'm trying to figure out what they're gonna be doing. What I'm gonna have to do to my grandson tell me, see, grandmama, you sheltered us. I said, I did what? I said, don't tell nobody that I done sheltered y'all. Tell me, I wouldn't let y'all go nowhere. Oh Lord, it's the way I take it. And he say, Grandmama, you sheltered us. You didn't want us to go nowhere, and you didn't want us to do. I said, don't tell nobody that I done sheltered y'all. What kind of idea that is? I made sure y'all was safe. Now what they do, they get a chance to stay after school. Yep, thank you. Uh-huh. I let them stay after school with their school mates, and then they walk home and things like that of that sort. But honey, I told him, I said, look, don't tell nobody I sheltered you. I won't let you go nowhere because people ain't gonna take that too kindly. And I said, what you mean? And you smart. Somebody let you go nowhere and do all. Look, during the time when mines were coming through, I had cars and I had a mortgage and resident. You understand what I'm saying? I had that. Now I thought life had changed for me, and I was doing I was doing what life was showing me to do at that time. And they can't figure out, well, then, Grandma, why you ain't got no car? Well, because when I worked, I had cars. You see what I'm saying? And now I thought, well, you know what? I'm retired. I can let it go. Out. Yep, that's true. That is so true. You got to keep, because what's going on today? You can't let these kids walking up and down the streets and back alleys and stuff. They're just coming and just shooting up places and apartments and kids and everything. I can name a couple of situations and instances like that. The mother told the son to go to the car right there in the complex, not this one, but where they lived, and go get his coat. Go get his coat out the car. That coat could have stayed in the car, and if he never had to win, he would have been alive today. That's crazy stuff. Yeah, yeah. See, you're good to these kids. See, these kids are spoiled. All they do is walk up to me and tell me what they want. I say, okay, well, all right, then we'll see about it. I wish I could have done that when my parents were coming through, walking there. What? That was a time and place for all that. Yep, sure was. These kids is they totally different. And I think and like my son tells me, he says, you got to these mamas they be raising. I said, look, I am not no mama. I'm a grandmother. You know, I'm gonna stay in my status. I'm gonna stay in my place. I'm not gonna get out discombobulated with these young people because I'm in this position. I'm still gonna be who I am. Life has changed for me, and I'm a grandparent. Yep, that's me. But but mine's child. Let me tell you, that I stayed on the straight and narrow, but I'm old and fogey to them though. you know, you got to you just can't let yourself go like that, and do all of that. You got to show them the way. You got to show them the way. There's a lot you got to show them, and that's a wonderful thing. Like I'm telling them, like now, like my granddaughter, she started off in early college, but she seen that she had to be more focused than ever, so she released it and she let it go. I said, you know what? See, you could have when you finished high school, you could have came out with you a degree in art, social arts, associates of arts degree. She couldn't hold her focus. So I told her, I said, well, since you can't hold your focus, don't worry about it. That's right. I said, well, just get out of it. Just be a kid. Don't stress. Don't stress. Because they got a thing about this stressing. They're stressing a minute. I said, well, wait just a minute now. Hold on. You don't need to stress. Just let it go. Just release it. Just let it go. You get the opportunity to do it again. So she'll try it again. But during my time, we had to get together. We had to be on point. We could not. But see, we didn't have early college like they do today. Today, we didn't have working from home. I would have loved to work from home. We didn't have working from home. I don't know. I don't know. But you know what? It's reasons why. It's no stress. Yeah. It's reasons why. It's reasons because that would have set me in a different tone. Working from home, yeah, it has. A lot has changed. It has its reasons for changing too. It could have been from the good or better in me that getting up and getting dressed. I some parents stay in the house coat all day long. I can't stay in a house coat all day long. I got to get up and I got to get dressed. And it's crazy, but I sometimes I dress 2 and 3 times a day. That's just me. But the thing about it is, uh, when you first get started off, you're in that robe, that house coat all day. You got to change that, baby. You got to change that. You got to get up. You got to get dressed. You got to get on with your day. You got to make that day. Payday or no payday, you got to make that day. Yeah, they go out. Yeah, yeah, they go outside. Yeah, they can go outside. They got a little bit more freedom now than they used to have because I feel secure with them now. I feel sure. He's 18 now, and he's about 5'11". He's a pretty tall guy. Pretty tall, and she's my height. She's my height, so they are pretty. They're growing up. They're growing up, and so I just let them be in the knowing and being careful about what's going on in the world today. Watch some of this news and what's happening. That's true. Yeah, sure can. That first impression, they always taught us that. That first impression could set a lot of tone for people. Yep, sure can. So, so I came tonight to express myself, as I said, what was going on in my world. And what I'm planning on doing about it, the fastest I can get into some moolah, the quicker I'm gonna be getting up out of here. I thought about in various ways. So you got to plan this thing. You got to plot and you got to plan this thing on just how you want to handle it. You know what I'm saying? And what I decided on that I mean it's more than one way to skin a cat. And I was waiting for them to get out of school. They're gonna be out of school real soon. And so um I did a lot of throwing a lot of stuff away, a lot of giving a lot of stuff away. And I'm still stuck with a lot of stuff. Seems like, and this ain't no junk. It just seems like things follow you. It's stuff you're supposed to have. So she cleaned up her room. She got to packing and putting up things she wanted to put up. And I told them because everybody's on the fritz. We're not sitting straight up in the chair now. We're like, I don't know, whatever. When it comes up, we raising up. So I'm still packing. I'm packing the packing. I done packed stuff, and I goes into it. I go into it, and I mess it up, and then I got to go back in and rearrange and fold up and put it back in its place. So I ain't joking. I'll be one happy camper when I get to where I need to be. Whew. Like they say, I'm gonna let my wig. I'm gonna let my wig. I'm gonna let my hair. I'm just gonna let my hair down. I was thinking just the other day. I said, this don't feel like home no more. This just don't feel like it. I don't feel it here. It just don't feel like home. It don't feel like that. 3:30, 4:35. 2 hours. I think it's still 2 hours and what? 2 hours and 30 minutes. 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 30 minutes. Mm, 3 out. 2 hours and 30 minutes. All right, great. I'm so glad you came. I appreciate you. I thank you. I love you for coming, and God loves you more. I say to you, you have a good night. I'm gonna hang on in here. I'm gonna see how the wind blows. I'm gonna see how it's gonna give. So I'm gonna hang in here for about another 30 minutes, uh, until 3 o'clock, and I'm gonna see what's shaking. So thank you for coming. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Same to you. So now here I am. I'm gonna hang on in here. Um, Kia, you can go. You can. I'll see you again. Bye bye. All right. So I'm gonna be up another 30 minutes. It'll be 3 o'clock, and then I'm gonna make a move towards uh getting here and probably listening to a couple of my tapes uh uh that I let me see what it looks like. Oh no, this is it. I can't move anything on here because if I move anything on this channel here, I'm out of the channel. I'm into something else. I'm into YouTube, to the tube, checking out some the scenery of some stuff. But I'm gonna stay here another 30 minutes and see what gives. And so anyone stop in there, check me out, and I'm right here. Have me a glass of water. La da, dee, dee, la, da. Well, here I am. Okay. Alrighty. So, I should be doing some artwork here. Let's see here. Do a little artwork. All right, man, let's see, can I do you right quick? Draw you here on set. See where your Mickey ears are. Okay. Okay. Toodaloo. Okay. Well, I'm going to draw a little mini. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's see where your band is. Alrighty, I got 20 more minutes and I'll be closing out. Here we are. Okay. 15 more minutes countdown, and I'm signing off. Okay, let's see here. 10 more minutes countdown. 10 more minutes. All right, let me do this here right quick. All righty. Well, tonight been real. It's been real. I well, it's 4 day in the morning now. Uh, Counting down 7 more minutes, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sit up and watch a little couple of things on the tube, and it's kind of cold in here. I feel kind of chilly. Yeah, I'm hearing some sounds, but I told my story. I told what it was about. Anybody want to challenge that? Fine, it's cool with me because I know what's up. Yep, I know what's up. Yes, I am. I know one thing. I ain't gonna stay in no apartment for 20 years. I'm getting the heck up out of here. I ain't staying in no apartment 20 years. I don't care how good it is, how they have things organized. Uh, if I don't like where I be, I'm moving around. That's just me. And another thing, I don't roll like that no way. Uh, with someone in my life, they ain't gonna keep me in no apartment because I don't roll like that. Mm-mm. I ain't gonna stay in no apartment no 20 years. And have what I got. I'm gonna give me a mortgage. And I'm gonna do some things I wanna do. Sure ain't gonna be in no apartment. No, I ain't. Nope, I'm not. It's nothing wrong with an apartment, but you should make a decision about have yourself a plan, to do an exit, get your the well in place, a mortgage. Because one thing about it, whatever comes in May, they give you a chance. You see, in an apartment, they don't give you no chance. They kick you out. That's the rules of the house. In an apartment, they'll kick you out. Ain't no love in the apartment. It ain't no chances. I don't know how you gonna talk your way out of that. You know, you don't come up with a with a certain amount at a given time. Hey, you get the boot. Ain't nobody ever been that lenient because that's the way they roll. That's the way they roll. But in your own place, you can kind of do your own thing the way you want. But I done had I enjoyed, like releasing the pressure and letting go to tell my story, what's happening here. You know, this unseen object, this unseen weapon, laser tasers stung at you, this is what's going on here. I mean, it's directed towards me. I can understand if it was directed towards everybody because I don't work, like I ain't got to get up and I got to get up and do what I got to do, but I ain't got to meet no 9 to 5. I mean, I done that 10 years ago, and I'm not knocking a 9 to 5. It's just that I don't do it. This is my world, and I don't have to do no 9 to 5. I can do other things that I choose to do, which is better than being under a lot of pressure. You got to be there on time. You got to do what you got to do. Yeah. And so the way I see it, they mad at me. They looking at me. Yeah, you mad at me. They done sent me over here. They placed me over here with the folks at work, and the working folks don't like that. They don't like it. They done put me over here where the working people is. The least they can do is put me over with the seniors, the people who ain't working. I'm in with the working folks. Working folks mad. Whatever reason they are mad, that's their problem. You might just gonna get glad. So I'm about to wrap it up. I came to sit tonight to tell my story, and I can tell it again and again because it goes still the same way. but it's gonna change. Cause I ain't taking it. You ain't gonna sit up and sting me. I don't know what's your problem. I care less. Cause all of us got situations and circumstances going on. You got to learn how to solve them. You got to learn how to handle them up on your business instead of trying to attack other people because you ain't feeling good about yourself. So I came on to tell my story, my side of it. And another thing, the way I see it, a lot of people need a second job. Come to YouTube. YouTube is a fantastic place to get some things started. I was talking to somebody who see I like to be private. I don't like to tell my business. I ain't telling no business. I'm telling what's going on. Something wrong going on in the world. Somebody needs to say something. Go ahead and tell it. Yeah, something going on. Something wrong going on. Tell it. Yep. I'm up in my house. So counting down 2 more minutes. I'm gonna go because I got things to do. I done sit here long enough. Oh Lord, they're telling me about the batteries going down. I got to plug it up, plug it up, plug it up. Okay, so I think I can talk to you for 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Count down. 1 more minute. Count down. I can talk and say good night to you all. I'm so glad that you all came to listen. Whoever's listening, I'm glad you came to hear me out, to hear my story, to hear my side, my point of view. What's up? What's going on in the world I live in, and just how I handle up on some of the issues that I come in. What I do with these issues, I uncover them, I open them up, I talk about them. Sometimes it ain't all pretty when you open up a subject matter and you decode it. I mean, yeah, you decode it. Seeing different, more than one way to skin a cat. Show you different ways how to skin a cat. Go into it. See what it's made of. See what it ain't made of. What it is and what it ain't made of. So it's 3 o'clock. I love you all. I'm gonna say good night. Y'all take care. I see y'all tomorrow or some other time. Y'all love you. Okay. Have a good night. Glad you came. Bye now.